tip my buddy Joe told me, sometimes like on the smaller tires, like the size that's on here, sometimes I'll just remove the foam altogether. He says he takes his and he cuts it down a little bit around the ring, and that gives it a little bit of give at the top for the weight, but doesn't fully collapse the tire like no foam would. And he said that's worked well for him, so I'm going to do that. Probably taking off maybe the top third of the foam, trying to make it as round as possible. And let's stick it back in and go on to install the next rim. Now I know a little bit better. Last beadlocks I installed weren't like that, so this was new for me. All right. So I was just messing with installing this on one rim just to go through it, show you guys, and show you how nothing ever goes perfect in these videos, despite what social media does. As soon as I got it tight, the bead popped out. So I gotta undo it, tuck the bead in again, but the backside looks great. And here I thought I had it perfect. I have the front looking awesome. Then when I turn it over, off again. So one trick I am trying to do, because of that collar on the inside, because these are 3-piece, and it tightens up against this this like outer ring to pinch it against the rim here and here. The trick is getting this spaced apart on both sides to set the tire. So the last thing I tried that did that fairly well, other than me tightening it and it popping out, is with all these screws loose on the inside of the rim, I flipped it over and I pushed down on the screw, which pushed the back plate or back section of the rim up to provide that space between the collar and the inside of the rim. And it got me the space, and I had it set, but as soon as I tightened it and I go around just like a real car, going back and forth in a star pattern, trying to get it all even, it still popped out. So maybe I'd need to not tighten it as much. Not sure. I'm going to go back at it again. By doing this method, you can poke. You can see that inner collar gives you a little bit more spacing by using the screws to push the rim up to get the space you need to tuck the tire in. Finally, after the third attempt and way more time than I thought it would take, I have a really nice seal on the front and the back. So I'm curious if any of you guys have a better way of doing that than what I've discovered by going upside down and using the screws to separate it to give me that space. Love to know. Didn't think it'd take me that long. I still have to swap them out onto the car. I should note, to do that method, you want to set the front first, because then it's easy to flip it upside down and be able to push it. Here's a close-up view of the size difference. So you can see I'll get clearance, and I have tested these tires before and they grip really well. So I'll show you the same hill climb with these on after I get them all swapped out. So I'm gonna do that now. Now with the build mostly done, I'm going to do a little upgrade on the Furitek. I want to just show you the difference. So right now, this is climbing the steep part of the track. I'm just doing a slow crawl. If I get to here, you can obviously see that it's struggling, but still makes it up. That's without gunning it.